Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In there for strike one. 0-1. Slider, and that's in there for strike two.
Your idea of working the count goes out the window. You're frustrated right now, down 0-2. Gotta find a way to grind.
And a fastball swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is gone to open up the ball game.
The second baseman.
Here comes the first pitch. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Should be a picture-perfect afternoon for baseball. 78 degrees at first pitch. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike two anyway. Swing and a ball sliced foul into the seats down the left field line. The next 0-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Coming to the plate now, Pete Alonso. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Wouldn't mind the pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against them.
That evens it up 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss as he ran that in on him. A ball and 2 strikes.
Let's get it going, boys. Somebody's loose, hitting 98 with ease in the first inning.
And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Popped him up. And no problems over there for Votto, as that'll end the inning. Stepping in, Jesse Winker. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Reds, the designated hitter.
Now the pitch.
Winker.
And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. And a check swing here, appealed down to third, but James Kingsley says he held up. Ball 1. The 1-2. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. In there, a base hit.
Batting second, the first baseman, Joey.
So up steps the former MVP Joey Votto as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. Votto behind, but still dangerous even on 0-2.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
And he checked his swing, but it's a strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. This one is launched. Look at this. And gone right down the line the other way. Wow. Stepping in now, Derek Dietrich. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. Still only 1 out in the inning. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Ooh-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
Looks like that bomb earlier in the inning kind of put this pitcher on the defensive. Not being very aggressive right now.
2-2.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That could be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
Bat explodes as this is popped up. Throw just does beat him to the bag, as that was pretty close. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And next to bat will be Tucker Barnhart. To short, hit hard. Rosario brings it in. And he is out on the tag. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Michael Conforto.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike two. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Now to the plate, Wilson Ramos.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson.
Pitch on the way.
Ramos.
One out, nobody on. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
The 0-2 once more. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout. Here's Robbie Cano now. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first two guys going down on strikes to start the inning. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. 2 out, nobody on. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
Hey, a 2-out walk right here would be the tying run to the plate. Even though it's early on, you got a guy on deck that has a lot of pop.
Fouled off. The 1-2. Pulled toward right center field. Dietrich is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Nicholas Castellanos.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
High in the air out towards shallow right. Conforto has to come in a few steps, but he has it for out number 1. It's flagged down deep in the hole. Now at the plate, Eugenio Suarez. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High in the air down the right field line. Right fielder is on the run, and he makes the catch in the corner. So stepping in, Freddie Galvis will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. Lifted the other way out to left center. Nimmo in pursuit. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone. And that brings up Scott Schebler as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. Galvis stands at second with 2 gone. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. All set for the start of the inning, and up next, the big RBI-minded bat of Yoenis Cespedes. First pitch of the at-bat. Now the 1-0. Hit on the ground out to short. Galvis is there. And an offline throw, but boy, look at him stretch out and keep the foot on the bag. Great concentration there for the first out. So 1 man gone for the Mets in the 3rd, and into bat next will be J.D. Davis. And he got him out in front that time. Strike 1.
I know we want to focus on the offense and how bad they've been so far, but can we give some love to the pitcher? He has had these guys in the rocking chair all day.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
The count is 1-2. Nope.
This right-handed pitcher, his bread and butter is that two-seamer, and he loves to throw it inside.
Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now, 3-2.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
The center fielder.
So one gone in the inning here with a runner at first. And ready to bat next, the Wyoming native Brandon Nimmo. High chopper over to the right side. Galvis back to the pitcher, covering. It's a double play, and the inning is over. And now the designated hitter for the Reds, Jesse Winker, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Winker.
Hopped up. McNeil has a play. Makes the play, one away. So one gone now in the Cincinnati third. And standing in is the on-base machine, first baseman Joey Votto. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, the former World Series hero, Mike Moustakas.
And in that last at-bat, it makes you think this guy might have went up there looking for the breaking ball, because he certainly got a breaking ball, and he didn't miss it. Hit it right on the screws.
I got the count.
Oh, and he's finding his groove out there now. It's 0-2. And a check swing here, appealed down to third, but James Kingsley says he held up. Ball 1. Hopped up. Davis waits on it, and that's the third out. All set for the start of the fourth. And next will be the speed threat, Ahmed Rosario.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Now batting.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And that'll bring in Jeff McNeil. Way behind that pitch, it's 0-1.
Man, he's looking sharp so far. 80% of his first pitches are for strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. And another foul ball. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up. Ball 2. Line drive to left. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Mets.
Now batting. The first baseman.
So here's Pete Alonso. Skied into straightaway right. Dietrich is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. Digging in to try it again, Michael Conforto. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1.
Might have to change your game plan in the box right here. If he's going to pound away, might have to work the opposite field.
Conforto behind, a ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strike. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And now Derek Dietrich strides into the batter's box.
Derek Dietrich.
pulled toward right center field.
Waiting on it is Nimmo.
And that's the first out of the inning. Striding into the box, Tucker Barnhart. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Hit back toward the mound. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single. Nick Castellanos at the plate now, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Hit on the ground to third. Davis grabs it cleanly. The relay on to first, the double play, and the side is retired. Boy, oh boy. Leading off the inning, Wilson Ramos, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up 1 hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
1-1, here it comes. Circle change here, but it's taken for ball 2. Three and one now.
Hey, throwing the ball great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Leadoff man gone now for Robinson Cano. Cano waits on the first pitch. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Strike called. 2-1. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Now a check swing, but he holds up too late, and it's full now at 3-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
You're lucky if you get 1 pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
Now batting.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
2 quick outs in this inning so far, and his pitch count is really down. I think one of the keys is he's been attacking the strike zone early on, making these guys swing the bat so far in this one.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. J.D. Davis would be next. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Bottom of the inning now, and standing in is the veteran third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he fouls this one off. The 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, 1 away. Now at the plate, Freddie Galvis. First offering on its way.
0-1, no strike.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And that'll bring up the big left-handed bat of Scott Schebler. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter-friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, that's a smart miss there. Sometimes guys will chase it down there, especially when they're in protect mode on an 0-2 count.
Schebler even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. The 2-2 one more time. Hit hard to the right side. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down.
Now batter.
In now, Jesse Winker, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Runner goes for second. Ground ball foul down the left side. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and set to go is the third baseman, J.D. Davis. First delivery to him on the way. Now the 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. And that misses. 2-1. And now a pitch on the way. Line drive to center field. Schebler is there, and he has it for the first out. 1 away now for the Mets in the 6th, and ready to bat next, the Wyoming native Brandon Nimmo. Hit out towards second. Moustakas has it. Throw in time at first for out number 2. And that will bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. He struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 so far. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Grounded down the third baseline. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and here comes the first baseman, Joey Votto.
The first baseman, Joey.
And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off speed because he was so late on that first pitch heater.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. The next 0-2. Lifted into the air out towards center field.
Waiting on it is Nimmo.
And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Stepping up to the plate, Mike Moustakas. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Now batting, the right fielder.
At the plate now, Derek Dietrich.
Dietrich.
Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike one. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. And this one's in the dirt. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with only one away. So it's a tight spot here. First and second, one man out. And next to bat will be Tucker Barnhart. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1.
The Reds have been searching for that big hit all game long. Let's hope they can get it. They're starting to run out of time. It's about time for something to happen.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Conforto is there. 2 down. Big spot here. First and second, 2 men gone. And the right-handed hitting Nicholas Castellanos will bat next. And a foul tip held onto here at strike 1.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there. Going right after one of the better hitters on this team. Not afraid to execute.
0-2, here it comes. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
Big spot right here. That's a great pitch to try and see if you could get him to fish outside the zone. He's still in the driver's seat right now, and I'd expect something else to miss off the plate.
Here now the 2-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Waiting on it is Nimmo.
He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Seventh inning ready to roll, and set to go is the second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A shot to second base and handled for the first out. Digging in now, Pete Alonso. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. Outside, 2-1. On its way is pitch number 75. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
And this misses here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's issued here into his 7th inning of work. First offering on its way. No balls and a strike to count. Runners on first with 1 down. Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away.
Well, somebody's sitting off speed right here. Only way he was late on that heater is he was expecting another changeup.
Count still at 1-2. Change of speed there, but it's taken for a ball. 2-2.
And it's late in his afternoon of work, and the longer this at bat goes, the better chance of him making a mistake. But
meanwhile now, this is a drive out to straightaway right field, and it's gonna get out of here. A home run. Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Matt Bowman comes on to pitch here with one man gone in the top of the 7th.
Now pitching for the Reds, number 67.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos.
Bowman.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Left fielder is on the move. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the 2nd out. Robinson Cano the next to dig in. No hits to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swung right over the splitter there. 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted high and deep. And as Mets fans have heard before, that ball's out of here. Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count. 0-2. Bat explodes as this is popped up, and he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. In now, Eugenio Suarez, 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
First pitch of the at-bat. A bouncer to the left side. Throw on to first, in time, 1 away. Digging in, Freddie Galvis. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Galvis behind, 0-2.
Well, he got the leadoff guy in inning on a ground out, and now he's 0-2 to start this at-bat. He looks really sharp so far to start the 7th.
Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Now batting.
In now for the Reds, Scott Schebler. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Fastball's too high here, 1-0. Slapped hard the opposite way. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And now it'll rattle up against the wall.
The designated hitter.
So now to the plate, Jesse Winker. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. 1-1 to the Reds' leadoff man.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
Davis is there to make the catch, and they'll get out of this with the lead intact. J.D. Davis, the next to bat, comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
J.D. Davis.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Grounder down the line at third. And there's a base hit, so a chance to add a little insurance here as the leadoff man is on to start the 8th. And a nice job to get the ball in quickly. He'll be held to a single here with nobody out.
Now batter.
So here's Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon.
Sacrifice attempt here. And the throw is late at first, so they can't get anybody out.
The batter, number 1.
Standing in now, Ahmed Rosario, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. And it's fouled away. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So it's a tight spot here. First and second, 1 man out, and that'll bring in Jeff McNeil. Pedro Strop gets the call as he'll pitch with 1 gone in the top of the 8th.
Number 46, Pedro Strop.
comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And a ball 1-0. A ball and a strike. The 1-1. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Left fielder is on the move, but he can't get there. It's over his head. And the runner will score from second. The relay. And he is out, retreating to second as they slap the tag on him. Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso, as he will swing and miss on a fastball on the outer half. It's strike one. Strike two, swinging just out in front of the slider.
Made him look silly with that one.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and set to go is the veteran first baseman, Joey Votto. And the pitch. Bouncer up the middle. A dive, and he knocks it down. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single.
Second baseman,
At the plate, Mike Moustakas will swing and lift the ball foul off to the left and out of play. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. Swing, and Moustakas sends a drive to right. This ball's got some carry, but that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
now batting, right fielder, Garrett Dietrich.
To the plate now, Derek Dietrich. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Popped him up. Ramos over to his right. Makes the play, 1 away. Digging in the switch hitter, Tucker Barnhart. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'd like a base hit of some sort right here, Matty. But hey, you know what? Another flyout wouldn't be all that bad. If he can get it deep enough, he should be able to drive in a nice run with a sac fly.
In to score, the runner from third. Stepping into the box, Nicholas Castellanos. Here's the first pitch to him. In there, and it's 0-1. Boy, he comes back with a beautiful pitch there, and he's dominating this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, with first base open, pitcher's definitely going to nibble and try it.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. All set to start the 9th in this one. And up next, the left-handed hitting Michael Conforto. Here comes the first pitch. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And he'll step on first himself for the out. And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos. He's set. Here it comes. Fastball hit on the ground is short. Fielded by Galvis. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. So Robinson Cano will grab a bat next. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. All set for the bottom of the 9th. And digging in is the big-time power threat, Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio Suarez.
Now here it comes. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
The batter, number 3.
At the plate, Freddie Galvis. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system, especially now he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
I'm going to need to see a better game plan out of the hitter right here. That ball was at his eyes.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. And the pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
High in the air out to center field.
Waiting on it is Nimmo.
He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Digging in, Scott Schebler. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Now Schebler with a swing and a deep drive to right. Way up into the moon deck and out of here.
Now batting.
In now, Jesse Winker. As he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
Hey, this isn't going to be an easy save. These guys are making him work for this one.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Well, that's not exactly how you draw it up. He gave up a long ball to make it interesting.